Welcome to Tech Mining. In this video, we will create basic collections. In Oracle Apex, basic collections are a built-in feature that allows us to temporarily store and manage data during a user's session. You can think of them as temporary containers, similar to buckets, where you can hold various pieces of information for later use within the same session. Apex provides the Apex_collection package, with various procedures and functions to manage collections. These functions allows us to create new collections with a unique name, add, update, or delete members' data within a collection, retrieve specific members or the entire collection content, obtain information like the number of members in a collection, clear or truncates the collection, or simply remove collections entirely. Data stored in collections is session-specific. It means it's only accessible within the user's current session, and is discarded when the session ends. Overall, basic collections are a valuable tool in Oracle Apex for handling temporary data within user sessions, contributing to a more efficient and user-friendly application experience. Now let's get started. This tutorial is based on 4 pages, starting with the first one, which is an interactive report page. Source code link is provided in the video description. The first part of the query specifies the columns which will be retrieved. Sequence ID, a unique sequence identifier for each member within a collection. C001, a character-based column, up to 4,000 characters, within the collection. N001, a numeric column within the collection. D001, a date column. Collection name, the name of the Apex collection. Apex collection, Apex built-in feature, which allows us to store temporary data within a session. The second page is a blank page. Its page mode is Model Dialog. Model Dialog is also known as a form page. Third page is also a blank page. The last page is also a blank page, it is also a model dialog page. After creating the 4 pages, open first page in the Page Designer, to modify various properties. Change the column headings, for clear understanding at runtime. Selecting the link type, by clicking this column the user will be redirected to the targeted page. That is, page 4. The names and values entered under the set items helps in populating the values on the targeted page. Entering the Edit option will display a pencil icon. This is the CSS styles for the pencil icon. With the help of this button, users will be able to access page 2, on which they will be able to create collections. Clicking this button, user will be redirected to page 3. On page 3 user can modify collection. Run the application to see the first page. Open page 2 in the Page Designer to modify its properties. Wizard Model dialog provides a streamlined user interface and is well suited for alerts, notifications, or small forms. Create a static content region. And a text field type page item. On page 2, when the user will create a new collection, this page item will hold the name of the collection. Selecting this required option, the page item becomes mandatory to be filled. When the user will click the Cancel button, the Page 2 model dialog will be closed and will be redirected to page 1. Clicking this Create button, the new collection will be created. When the user will click this Create Replace button, if any collection with that name exists, will be replaced with the new one. This first process creates the collection when Create button is clicked. The provided PL SQL code creates a new collection in Oracle Apex, for temporary data storage within the current session. Apex Collection is a package for managing collections in Apex. Create Collection is a procedure for creating a collection. Collection name is a parameter specifying the desired name for the collection. P2 name is a bind variable referencing a placeholder for the actual collection name, passed from a user input or process. These success and error messages will display when the process executes. The condition type request equals value. The page request is equal to the text entered into the value attribute, that is, P2 name. This second PL SQL code is same as of first code, but it either creates a new collection with the specified name, or truncates, means, empties, an existing collection with that name. Only when the Create Replace button is clicked. Selecting the behavior type Show Only, Oracle Apex immediately renders the new page as part of the current page processing, without performing another request. This has the advantage that the browser does not have to perform an additional request. If the end user refreshes the page, the browser will ask to resend the data, as the browser address is not a full page URL. Run the application to see page 2. When any button is clicked without filling the mandatory fields, this error will occur. Let's modify page 3. Source type set to item, sets to the value held in session state for the item selected. Enter the page 2 name item, used as the source for this item value. The following region and page items will hold the product information. Select how to align the number that displays. Select Virtual Keyboard to Numeric, for only numeric keyboard acceptable. Date Picker allows users to enter a date, and opens a date picker as a pop-up. When the user will click this Truncate button, the collection's data will be cleared. As the name suggests, clicking this button will delete the collection. Clicking the Cancel button, user will go back to page 1. The Add Product button will be used to add products to the collection. As you can probably tell from the name, this validation will ensure that the collection name must not be null. Select the associated item where this validation error message displays, for example, underneath the label, etc. The provided PL/SQL expression essentially evaluates to true if the value stored in the request variable matches any of the following: truncate collection, delete collection, add product. The provided PL SQL code snippet inserts data into an Apex collection, ensuring a consistent date format for the application. Apex collection add member. This function adds a new member to an Apex collection. P collection name. This parameter specifies the name of the Apex collection to be used. It is bound to a page item named P3 name using a substitution variable, PC001, bound to the value of page item named P3 product. These parameters represent the names of the collection columns where the data is being inserted. PN001, bound to the value of page item named P3 price. PD001, this is where the date formatting happens. This part converts the value of the page item named P3 date into a proper date format before inserting it into the collection. This process will execute when the Add Product button will be pressed. The provided PL SQL expression essentially evaluates to true if the value stored in the request variable matches Add Product. This line calls the delete collection procedure from the Apex collection package. This procedure is specifically designed to delete a named collection within the current Apex session. This PL SQL code snippet permanently deletes a collection named based on the value stored in the substitution variable, P3 name, within Apex application and commits the deletion to the database. This PL SQL code snippet permanently removes all elements from a collection named based on the value stored in the substitution variable, P3 name, within Apex application and commits the truncate process to the database. Clear session state, process to clear session state stored within Oracle Apex. Save and run the page to view page 3. Open page 4 in the Page Designer, to modify its properties. Wizard Model Dialog provides a streamlined user interface and is well suited for alerts, notifications, or small forms. Display only displays a non-enterable text item. Number field displays a number field. This item type automatically validates that the value is a number. Numeric keyboard displays a numeric-only keyboard. Date picker allows users to enter a date, and opens a date picker as a pop-up. Create the following buttons. This dynamic action cancels the current dialog page. This code snippet updates a specific member within an Apex collection, modifying its product information, price, and date-related attribute based on the provided substitution variables. This code snippet effectively deletes the member with the sequence ID stored in P4 sequence, from the collection named by the value in P4 name. Subsequently, it commits the deletion to the database. This code snippet fetches data from Apex collections based on the provided collection name and sequence ID. It then iterates through each row in the collection and assigns the values of 3 columns, C001, N001, and D001, to corresponding bind variables P4 product, P4 price, and P4 date. Save your work. Run the application, to test the segment. Create a new collection. Fill in the fields. And click the Add Product button. Edit the record and modify it. And click the Update Product. Delete the product. Add a new record to the same collection. Now truncate the collection. Then, delete the collection. Try adding a new record. This error message occurred because we have recently deleted the collection named bike. Now repeat the same process. Create a new collection. Fill in the fields, and click the Add Product button. Now sign out from the application. As previously said in the video, data stored in collections is session-specific. It means it's only accessible within the user's current session, and is discarded when the session ends. One last thing remains. Create a new collection. Create another collection with the same name. This error message occurred because the collection with this name already exists. In this scenario, we will click the button Create Replace Collection. That's all for now. Hold on to your curiosity, there is many more exciting content coming soon. Thanks for watching the video.